The governing body has approved my addressing something that Jesus himself spoke of on a number of occasions. And at Matthew 5:11, he said that people will persecute you and lyingly say every sort of wicked thing against you for my sake. Lies are particularly hurtful because they misrepresent the true nature of a person or organization. They're often started with malicious intent. But then they might be picked up by the news media and published as if factual, when in reality, many of the facts never come to light. But what are some of the erroneous ideas that are seized upon and at times publicized by the media? At times, lies are spread about our view of medical intervention when sick. For example, reports are circulated that we let our children die rather than seeking medical help for them. Nothing could be further from the truth. Instead, an isolated incident is blown out of proportion. Then emotion and drama are added as fuel, and then this is fed to the press. The impression circulated is so inaccurate that it could only be labeled a bold-faced lie. We want the best possible medical care for our children. Of course, we leave it up to the parents to determine what type of treatment will best care for their child's health condition. Some municipalities misinterpret our intent and spread lies about the nature of our public ministry. Commendably, however, in many lands, the law supports our freedom of speech and worship, and our persistence has actually set a precedent for others to enjoy similar freedoms. Jesus indicated that no matter what his followers did, they would be criticized and misrepresented by people who speak untruths. As an example, at Matthew 11:18, he said of John the Baptist, he came neither eating nor drinking, but people say he has a demon. Then in the next verse, Matthew 11, verse 19, Jesus commented on his own very different approach to the basics of life. Jesus did not follow the strict dietary restrictions of John. Jesus was also known to drink wine in moderation, the opposite approach of John, who was criticized for his behavior. What lying accusations did Jesus have to face? Matthew 11:19 says, the Son of Man did come eating and drinking, but people say, look, a man who is a glutton and is given to drinking wine, a friend of tax collectors and sinners. As in the first century, we are criticized by some no matter what we do. But notice the significant comment of Jesus at the end of that verse. He said, all the same, wisdom is proved righteous by its works. In other words, people in general can usually see right through the exaggerated stories and outright lies. They know our good motives and good works, and our true reputation remains intact. While we may take advantage of legal means to set the record straight in harmony with Jesus' words, we do not engage in smear campaigns with rebuttals, either verbally or in print. Instead, we continue to go about our peaceful work for the good of humanity. This includes sharing the Bible's message with all people, helping them to better their lives spiritually and morally. We translate that message in some 700 languages, some of which we've never even heard of before. We go to great lengths to help the blind and the deaf with publications they can comprehend, even though these are produced at significant cost. In fact, we produce video publications in some 80 different sign languages. Jesus was right. Wisdom is proved righteous by its works.